Hello everybody and welcome once again to Casual Gamer Oz as we continue our F1 2017 Career Mode Season 1 Ben Waterworth Toro Rosso driver. My name is Ben Waterworth, YouTube channel host, podcast host and Australian. We are into round 9 here at the Red Bull Ring, Spielberg in Austria, and before we do, let's take a look at our terrible Azerbaijan race. Qualified in 20th after binning it in the wall. And I got a fantastic start, made myself up to 11th place and was catching Lance Stroll for 10th until I just outbraked myself and went into the wall. So frustrating, as it looked as though I was going to catch Lance and get some points, but that wasn't to be. So we're here in Austria, again a track that I generally do well in, but I'm probably going to jinx myself, so let's get to this now. And hopefully we can do better. My best qualifying in Austria in F1 2016 was 9th in the 2 seasons that we had. And 13th was the other qualifying position. So no lower than 13th ever here. So there's a little bit of a trivia factor for you. But obviously this is our home event, the Red Bull team at least. Toro Rosso owned by Red Bull. Not obviously for the full works team. My reputation with Red Bull and all the other teams dropped so badly after being so high after Canada. So we need a strong result here to keep my reputation up if I want to progress to another senior team, or the senior team in the next season. But look, I reckon we can stay with Toro Rosso maybe for a few seasons just to get the development up and help them up the grid. Such a nice looking car to drive, so I wouldn't mind staying with Toro Rosso for a little bit here. Just the grip and the speed you can take into that corner feels amazing in this game. Can't say that enough. Just feels so good. Can't imagine what it'll be like in an even faster car. As we come into the last corner, this is a good lap if you don't mind. It feels fantastic, and I'm going to get 7th position. I feel I am going to get 7th position. So I get my highest ever qualifying in Austria, and my second highest of the season. So good result. I'm happy with that. Puts us in a good position for the race tomorrow, and I out-qualify my teammate by the looks of things by quite significant and nearly get the Red Bull. So let's see what we can do race day Austria tomorrow. And we're getting prepared to do that right now. So, again, we need to get some resource points. If you're just watching this one by chance, you're wondering, we'll just do some practice. We don't do practice here on Casual Gamer Oz. We just get what we're given in practice, in qualifying, I keep saying practice, and in the race. So we're going to focus on the engine side of things at the moment on this Red Bull, this Toro Rosso I should say. You're obviously going to work a lot hard for R&D points, considering it's frustrating given that there's so many more aspects that you've got to actually upgrade. So we're up to 540, which I think I only needed 400 for one part of the engine. Losing to Perez. I haven't won a battle yet. Nobody wants me after qualifying 7th. Fair enough, okay. Looks like we have a dry Austrian Grand Prix. Let's go straight into this. We're going to keep all our engine parts and everything the same way, the fine way I was about to say. Best career finish in Austria in F1 2016 on the 2 modes you would have seen. It was a 21st. And I do remember actually that one was, I was running up very high, but a few mistakes cost me. So I had a 21st in the DNF. But considering I do really like this circuit, it's a circuit that I've very much underachieved in. So I feel I'm due for a result here. And based on the fact that we've gone race finish DNF, race finish DNF, race finish DNF recently, we're due for a race finish. So let's see. Ferrari on pole, Vettel, Hamilton. It's getting tight up there at the front. That's what we want to see. A bit of a championship battle between different teams like we are in real life. Raikkonen, who's lost the championship lead to Hamilton, he drops to 3rd. Bottas in 4th. Ricciardo and Verstappen 5th and 6th. And myself in 7th. So Red Bull 5th, 6th and 7th. Massa in 8th. Perez in 9th. Grosjean there in 10th place. Magnussen sucking his balls in 11th, Ocon 12th, Hulkenberg down in 13th, Stroll 14th, Sainz down in 15th, Palmer, Alonso, Van Dorn, and what a surprise, the 2 Saubers, in the same order as they always are, Wehrlein and Ericsson, 19th and 20th. Alrighty, let's do this, folks. Let's get a good result in Austria for the very first time. I'm on the outside line going into that turn 1, but it is go, 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 go in Austria. Ricciardo racing on Raikkonen. He'll take Raikkonen into turn 1. I have a Force India up the right of me there. But we're going to get a little bit intimate with the Ferrari in front of me. Great start by Dan Ricciardo. as he's battling away with Bottas in front of me. Bottas is going to take that position back. We've got a front row seat to a great little battle, but how about we make it an even greater battle by overtaking both of them, if you don't mind? Yes, we will. Going up the hill, good move there. We make it stick, and we get ourselves, for the time being, into a podium position. But this is not something that is new to us. We've done this a couple of times off the start this year and haven't been able to stick, of course. 5th, the highest we've finished so far this season. And again, I'm not going to be confident that we can maintain this gap to the cars in front of us, but if we can defend and maintain a podium, then that will be very, very nice indeed. I'm going to switch it up to rich mode in about a lap or two, because obviously it's not like F1 2016 where it developed the fuel tank enough that I would be confident enough that we could last the remainder of the race. We haven't developed it at all, so I'm not sure exactly how the fuel tank is on Toro Rosso. Now I'm going to cover the line a little bit here into the inside, into turn 1, force Bottas around the outside, which he's going to do. But I'm going to shove him a little bit there and allow Ricciardo to have a bit of a run on him, helping out the senior team here at home. He's on to the left of me there, Bottas. He's very, very racy. Again, forcing him to go around the outside. Oh, he's going to have a look. I'm going to get a bit of curb there. Oh, I've spun. I've lost the back end of the car coming out of the corner, and that's allowed Bottas to take me. But luckily, it wasn't a repeat of Spain, and I was able to control a little bit. And it's an overtaking spot into this one if I can outbrake him and not outbrake myself, a la Azerbaijan. I've done it slightly, and I've done it enough that I've given him the place back. Well, I think that's my podium done, folks. I don't think I'm going to catch Bottas at this point. I think he's just going to streak away on me now. And disappointing there, but I made the mistake, and Bottas gets the position. So now it's to defending Kimi Raikkonen. Haven't really battled a Ferrari much this season. Oh, opportunistic Kimi Raikkonen, if you don't mind. He goes around that point, but I'm going to push him wide, very wide. I've clipped him there, and it's forced him back into the path of the Red Bull. So that's helped my cause. Let's give it up to rich mode here. Let's get aggressive and see if we can get our podium back, as we now find our way getting a bit of a gap over Raikkonen. Ricciardo's got ahead of Raikkonen, it seems, so that's good for the senior team. But we want a podium. We want to taste some Austrian champagne and get a bit of a home podium here for the team at least. So we'll see. Hopefully the fuel will be good enough to last it, and we saw that rich mode helped us a lot there in Azerbaijan in terms of pulling in Lance Stroll, and we'll see how this does it with Bottas. We seem to be just keeping him in sight enough, but not obviously within a DRS zone or anything that I can make a move on him. But we've got a bit of a gap on Ricciardo, it seems, enough at the moment, which is not enough to have to worry about defending, and that's good at the moment. Bottas starting to pull away though, so potentially not in a spot where this rich mode is going to work for us too well. Penultimate lap. We are on for a career best finish in Austria. Sadly though, it won't be that podium that we were in if we finish this, and Ricciardo looks like he's starting to catch us ever so slightly. Obviously the senior team here at home, I would imagine if this was probably real life, might get a bit of a tap on the shoulder at Toro Rosso saying let him through, although Raikkonen has just gone straight past Ricciardo, which is much needed for his championship battle. And it's kind of good that those two are keeping each other busy behind me. It's not allowing one of them to get ever so close to me. Right now I'm in this purgatory in the middle where I'm not close enough to the car in front. I'm not ahead of the car behind enough that they can make a challenge. And at the moment it's looking okay. 1.7 ahead of Raikkonen there. How's the fuel at least? I'm half a lap ahead on the fuel, so I'm not in any danger zone at the moment by keeping this in the rich mode. So we'll just maintain that for the moment. Just keep an eye on that ever so slightly. I think we're going to be fine for the rest of the race. So we now start our final lap. Raikkonen is catching me, barring any mistakes. So in this final lap, 4th place is mine. It's essentially mine to lose at this point. Those trees look amazing, do they not, graphically? As we can bin it in this corner here, but I've just braked a little bit early and just tiptoed. Oh, again, I've lost the back end coming out of it. It's given Raikkonen a huge gain on me. It's not what I needed. Sliding out of that corner for the second time in this race. Raikkonen, we've already seen him be very aggressive in this Grand Prix. We know he's capable of pulling a move out of nowhere. And he's definitely racing. He knows for the championship that 4th is a lot better than 5th. Any point he can get, he needs. And for me, this is all about pride. I haven't finished higher than 5th so far this season, and I've never finished the Austrian Grand Prix in the points. It's a home race for the team. Kimi's going to go on the outside. Kimi's going to go on the outside. His teammates just won the Grand Prix, and he's getting very aggressive with me. So we go into the last corner. We saw what happened in the Invitational round, and I think I've just done enough slightly to hold off Kimi Raikkonen. I have 4th position in Austria. That's a satisfying result after starting 7th. And finally, I deliver at a circuit that I feel like I should have had some good results in. Miss out on a podium by 1 position, but I'm still very happy with 4th, particularly after holding off Kimi right there at the end. So, good result. 12 well-earned points for Toro Rosso. And meanwhile, Vettel will celebrate the victory there. Let's have a look at the replay, how it all started off the beginning. You can see me there just at the top of your screen on the right, sort of in the middle section really there. The lights go out. I got a pretty good start. Not as good as Ricciardo there, as you can see, right around Raikkonen. That's where his troubles started. I have a bit of a run on Kimi there. Clipped my wing, but I didn't damage it, thankfully. Go wheel-to-wheel racing with him. And I'm going to dive bomb up both Ricciardo and Bottas here, where I initially got myself into a podium position. Nice move. Run myself wide there and block them off enough to maintain that. And that's the only backwards from there, but obviously it'll only be 1 place by the end of the race. So, Vettel wins from Hamilton, Bottas in 3rd, myself in 4th. Raikkonen drops 2 spots down there into 5th. Ricciardo 6th, Massa, Perez, Magnussen and Verstappen well down there in 10th position. Now, championship-wise, no change in any of the positions there, at least in, top 13 that you can see. Hamilton leads from Raikkonen, Vettel, Bottas, Ricciardo, Verstappen, Massa, Perez. Myself, only 2 points off 8th place there. So, of course, my career best on F1 2016 in those 2 seasons that you saw, I finished 9th in my 2nd season. Ocon hanging on there, 10th place. Constructors, no change there either. We've gained a little bit on Force India, which feels good. Ferrari still leading by 16 points over Mercedes, Red Bull, Williams, Force India, us in Toro Rosso, Haas, Renault, and McLaren and Sauber yet to score. We'll be back for Britain, Silverstone, as we continue our push, hopefully, for some more points in a Toro Rosso, and hopefully we might be able to develop the car a little bit in between then as well. Like, subscribe, comment, you know how it works, and thank you for joining us here on Casual Gamer Oz. We'll speak to you in Silverstone.